Hi all and welcome back. Alright, today we're going to make homemade sausage rolls. So the first thing you need is puff pastry. I use frozen puff pastry. If you want to make your own, that's all cool. I use a frozen one and I use about 5 sheets. So if you haven't ever used puff pastry before, if you get a really thin sharp knife and you put it in between these and slide it across, that's how you get them out. Alright, so you pull 5 of them out first to thaw out while you're making your meat. So once they've thawed out, you get your knife and you cut all 5 in half as best you can. It's not, you don't have to be perfect. Alright, so you've got your puff pastry ready. Alright, next thing you need is you're going to get some bread out. So I've got 3 slices here, they're not very big ones, so if you've got fatter bread, use less. Alright, cut your bread once, twice, and then that one in half. Alright, get yourself a pan or a pot to put it in. Put your bread in. Do it as flat as you can-ish. Alright, so put all your bread in there. Then once all your bread's in there, you want to pour water on it until you've just sort of covered it. Alright, so I'll go pour the water on it. So you sort of have enough in there. Push it down so the water can soak it all up. Alright, and leave it there for a minute while we're doing some more mixing. So yeah, just enough that you can feel it all going real soggy. Alright, and leave that with it. Make sure there's a little bit of water left in the bottom to keep soaking up the rest of it. And put that aside for a minute. Alright, then you need a big bowl. You need 1 kilo of sausage meat. So if you go into your grocery store and you go to where all the meat section is and you go to where the sausage section is, you'll find sausage meat. Sausage meat they call it. It's basically sausage mince. Alright. So you need 1 kilo of that. To get your bowl. There's no other way you can really do it. Squeeze your sausage meat in. Alright, once your sausage meat's in there. Alright, the spices I like to use seasonal. So you can use anything you want, any sort of, everyone likes different things. Some people might like a little bit of chili, others might like garlic. They're your sausage rolls, okay? You can put in whatever you want. So I'll sprinkle seasonal a good amount over both. And then I get some mixed herbs. If you got them fresh from the garden, even better. And I put a little bit of that because the dry ones are strong. And then a little bit of salt. You don't need much. And a decent amount of pepper. I'll put the recipe down below. Then you need to get 1 small onion and chop it up finely. Alright, then we go back to our bread. So the object with the bread is that what you want to do is you want to put it in the sink and you want to push it all down and you want to squeeze the crap out of it until you get all the water out. Just keep squeezing it. Be patient with it because it comes out for a while. Alright, if you don't squeeze it out properly, you will get watery sausage rolls and you don't want that. So just keep going. Alright, once you're comfortable there's no more coming out because it will absorb a lot of it anyway.
We're not doing this just because we won the election. We're doing this because it was a promise that we made to the Australian people that we would lower taxes, that we would reform.
Alright, so you put it in there.
And the Australian people
spread it out a bit.
To deliver on that promise.
Okay, mix it up. So you really have to do it with your hands. But I'll only do it for a minute with your spatula. So just chop it up with your spatula, your wooden spatula, plastic spatula, whatever first. Chop it up a bit until you've got a little bit all mixed up. But that's it, that's your sausage meat. It's pretty good, eh? Not too much in it at all. So with the 5 puff pastries, so you make 4 out of each one. So what do you make? 20. So you make 20 sausage rolls out of it. Alright, so now it's mixed up enough. Take all your rings and that off. Should have done this first. Wash your hands quickly. Alright, and get in there. Squeeze it all through your fingers, unfortunately. It feels so gross. It's that beautiful and moist. It's going to be yummy in your sausage rolls. Make sure you can't see like all the white from the bread's all mixed in good enough. Alright, get it all off your hands as much as you can. It's gross. Alright, wash your hands. And there you go, folks. There's your sausage meat filling, your sausage roll. Alright, so the next thing you do, so I'll put that aside for a second, is it's imperative you get one of these. Alright, these are those piping bags, your cream piping bags or whatever. This is a like a plastic silicone one. I got it off a Wish. I couldn't find them anywhere else because they're really strong. So if you go to use one of your disposable bags, you'll just blow it wide open. So what I've done is I cut a hole, I don't know if you can see that, big enough for the sausage meat that I want to come out of. So definitely get yourselves one of them. But until then, do what I used to do and get your spoon and spoon it on. It all works. Alright, so if you get one of these, you get yourself a decent tall cup. Put it in there. Fold it over the cup. Make sure you bring the whole out to the bottom. Okay. Get your mix. Get a spoon. Alright, and just start spooning your mix in. So like I said, if you haven't got one of these, just use a couple of teaspoons and teaspoon them onto your puff pastry. So that should grab in a minute if I haven't got it too tight. Oh, there we go. And it'll drop back down. Keep filling it. You know if you made it the right mix, if it can just sit there on top. So yeah, there's not too much to it, is there? And yeah, you can do, there's no rules here. You can put little blocks of cheese in there, you can put bacon in, you can have it any way, which way you want to. You get real creative. Okay, once that's in there, pull your top up, pull it out, get it to go down to just to the bottom. Twist her a few times at the top, sit her in there, and she's ready to go when you are. Alright, then you grab your, sorry, I better keep playing with the bench. And you grab your puff pastry next. Alright, if you're going to cook them straight away too, preheat your oven to 210 degrees Celsius. Alright, 210 Celsius, preheat it. Okay. I'll just do one of them for you. Alright. Get your mix. You already cut it down the middle. It's good on your wrist, I'm telling you, it's a bit You know, you got to really squeeze that up. No pretty way to do it, just get it on there. Put it back in. So I usually do it from the inside. I keep the plastic on, kind of helps. Do it from the inside, roll it out. Try and get it roughly even. Roll it. Alright, so I'll just do one and show you. So you get your knife. Constantly clean. Alright, get your knife, you get the back of your knife and you put an indentation in it every, say, centimetre or so. That just stops it all bluffing up on the top when you cook it and not making it nice. Then you trim your ends off. I usually keep all the ends and I'll cook them up after I cook these up for the dog. So you take your ends off. Then once you take your ends off, cut it in half down the middle. Doesn't matter if you're exact, they're our sausage rolls, right? And put them on your tray. Now I'll show you how to do one and wrap one if you want to put them in the fridge for later, or if you want to put them in the freezer. I'll write down below the temperatures you cook them at when you cook them frozen is different to when you cook them fresh. So I'll write that down below as well. But yeah, you can freeze them and pull them out and cook them straight from frozen. Alright, so I'll just show you how I wrap them with this one. So from the inside, fold it over. Try and get it even as you can. Fold it. Roll it off the paper. It's a pain in the ass. Alright, put it back on there. Back of your knife. Every centimetre or so. Don't do it too hard that you're going to break them. What was that? There was water in the back of my thing. Alright. Cut the ends off. Cut it in half. Alright, now, so if you want to wrap them for later, you can put them in the fridge for that day. Otherwise, you put them in the freezer. So I'll get out my Glad wrap. I'll wrap them in sets of 2. So I'll put the first one on. Wrap it over. That way, when you pull them out, you can unwrap them singly. They're not stuck together. You can unwrap them singly and put them all on your tray straight away. So yeah, put the Glad wrap between it. Wrap the second one. Bam. Ready to go in the freezer or the fridge for later. Alright, I'll be back once I've finished doing all these and I'll show you how to cook them. Alrighty, once you've made them all up and you've got them on your tray and your oven's preheated to 210 degrees, the next thing you want to do is make an egg wash to go on the top. So you get an egg, crack it open, and you want to just keep the yellow. Alright, so you don't want the whites, you just want the yellow. Okay, and with the yellow, just beat it up with a fork a little bit. Now this is if you've got a pastry brush, this is where you want to use your pastry brush. If you don't have a pastry brush, like mine just fell apart, use your fingers. Alright. So you just use your fingers, yes I've washed them, it's all clean, and just rub it over the top. Alright, it works the same. So you want to rub it all over the top of them. Once you've done that, put them in the oven at 210 for 10 minutes. Then you turn it down to 180 degrees Celsius for another 25 minutes. Now, if you're putting them from frozen, and they're on here frozen now, you don't worry about the egg wash when they're frozen. You put them in the oven at 210 degrees for 15 minutes, and then down to 180 for 30 minutes. So you just add the extra 5, but I will write it down below. Alright, I'll chuck them in the oven, and I will be back in 35 minutes. there you go, my friends, your homemade sausage rolls. Thanks heaps for watching and have a great night. Bye.